It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Acrisure Stadium, home of the Pitt Panthers. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears, taking on a team from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Bears' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Pitt Panthers offense will have the football first. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. There's strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can
play on third down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Bears offense has the ball for the first time. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Bears, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Takes the handoff. It's Washington. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Robertson. Got it in the middle, it's Cameron. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Bears are rolling down the field.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Caught in the backfield. It's Prentice. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown Bears! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Makes the grab, it's Williams. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Pitt pushing the pace. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And the tackle was made, but not before. That completion gets them 30+.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Holstein. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Field goal is good. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Kansas State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. Regardless,
turning it on! And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Quick tempo here for the offense.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Let's talk for a second about Baylor. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program. But when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and then they'll get themselves into those rankings.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And
pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, it's Robertson. Bears the pressure. Caught over the middle. It's Prentice. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Washington. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
you know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. On 3rd down, going up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Prentice. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll send the tight end in motion. Gives it on the option. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. And the Bears want to pick up the tempo. They're going to run it. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking for the score. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. So they'll send out the field goal unit. The official says no good. There's a flag on the field, and I think we're going to get another shot at this, and the kicker will be a little bit closer this time. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty is going to give the offense a first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Robertson. The sweet feet buy a little time. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 14-3. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds his man. It's Lee. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
That's caught. It's Reed. At the 45 on its way. Brings into the open. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
Man, how hard is is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
They'll bring him back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Past the first down marker and still running. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Might as well give it to him again. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. It's got
good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
the Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. Grabbed behind the line. It's Cameron. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Bears are in the hurry-up.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and first down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
He'll keep it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
We go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Here comes the heat. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. The Bears will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They marched to the end zone the last time they had it. Do it again, and they'll be on top. Opening snap. It comes from the 31-yard line. Got the quick completion. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking for a crease. It's Reed. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Tries to do it himself on the draw. Across the 45. Oh, he's got some space. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Panthers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. From the gun, running back on the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Panthers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Holstein. With the catch, it's Williams. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Throws to the wideout. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Looking to throw on 1st down. Right on the money. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. And a sack all the way back at the 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Reed.
Well, the offense on 3rd down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north, but the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up 4th down.
He splits the uprights. Hold on just a second. A flag down. Let's see what's up with that. Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive.
42 Spider.
Gets it out quickly. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Minnesota delivered a statement victory that's going to be celebrated in Minneapolis for some time. And if this team's not careful, it could become a football school again like it was back in the 1930s and 40s. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Intercepted, and the defense has set them up.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Takes a handoff. It's Reed. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Surging forward on the sneak. The sneak scores it.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And they tacked on the extra point. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. White going to attack through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Prentice. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Bears come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
Wants to go up top on first down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Prentice. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Wilson. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Tempo in overdrive. Second down, they'll go to the air. They'll run the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bears! And they add 6 more trip to the house.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation.
It's a seam wide open. He's inside the 40. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up.
And that ball's free behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. White wants to throw it. Trying to make magic with his feet. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Bears have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. He's got it down the middle. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Power football with the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the third. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Pittsburgh. What a fine performance we've seen. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the north side of Pittsburgh.
Pitt will kick off, ready to get things started here in the third quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get into the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this. in this game. And all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. White going to attack through the air. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it from the gun. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. He wants to take the top off. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Trying to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to throw. It's Holstein. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And what a play and what a return as he takes it all the way back inside the 10.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So that touchdown nullified by the penalty in the red zone. Now on 2nd down. They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys...
Touchdown, Baylor! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Wants to pass it. Virtually unblocked, and he's stopped for a loss of 8. The Panthers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Pitt will have to boot this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game. You've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup, and a lot of times there's so much cautiousness. You just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. The Bears will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Here's the handoff. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Pitt right back to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass, it's Holstein. Caught close to the marker, it's Johnson. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
To the ground with the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And I tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the 1st down, and really starting to play physical.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Wake Forest rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Winston-Salem. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Finds his big tight end. A pickup of 5, marching at the 36-yard line. Pitt pushing the pace.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point.
Unloads it downfield. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold on.
There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Fires to the big fella. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Illegal offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on 1st down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Caught behind the line. It's Reed. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
To the air on 2nd down. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Bears can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. White wants to throw it. Works the middle of the field. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Off play action on 1st down. Touchdown Bears! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man, putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game 1, they've done a phenomenal job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Running into the open space. Got enough for the first down. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
How about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot up.
It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
White going to attack through the air. Finds us back in the middle. Just what they'd hoped for on third down, as they've got a first at the 32.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Gets it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
And the Bears look to keep this drive humming. They'll leave it with the lone back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Quarterback on the keeper. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys. Not seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field. They had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get the ball back without surrendering any points. They couldn't do it, though, and now all of a sudden their backs are against the wall.
The Bears trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. A run for the quarterback. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backward.
Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Baylor! And the route is on.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll pull it on the read. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you sort of get the drive going or keep it going, as the case may be.
It's amazing in college football now how big of a part of each offense the zone read has become. We're seeing more and more athletic quarterbacks on rosters now. That is a staple of the sport.
He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Holstein. Got it in the middle, it's Lee. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Grab near the sticks, it's Johnson. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And they're not on the same page there.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
The Panthers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He'll keep it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Pitt!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.